Hello, Yitzi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to discuss the issues that have come to my mind regarding my derech of thought. Basic issues is letters in the Torah are extremely important. Now, these letters in the Torah, the Rebbeinu Shem combined them to teach Adam Harishon Torah and derech hayosher. The derech hayosher is the proper derech, the proper way. So the word yosher, if you put the dot from one side to the other on the shin, it's Yisra, or like Yosher Kale,
Israel.
Yisrael. So with this idea in mind, I utilize letters and words in different languages. I've had the opportunity to be able to I've had the opportunity to be able to involve myself in the amkis of Torah by this is my relationship to Torah because I developed this concept 40 years ago, and the concept basically was involving the concept of I. It started with the Gres, the Gres in the intersection of ayin tachas ayin, because in the Muslim world, if somebody hurts somebody, they come out of the
Court. Court.
they come out of the Friday, they come out of their mosque.
Mafia.
And what happens is if somebody unfortunately hurt somebody, cut off a hand, or he injured them, whatever injury that he was responsible for, they do to him.
Right.
So if he did something that was improper, he stole, he has to sharpen his own knife and they chop the hand off. But according to the Torah, that does not exist because even if he did it b'mezid, a person can do tshuva. So according to the Gra B'mkomo there it says ayin tachas ayin. Look at the letters that are under ayin, ayin yud nun. And if you look at the letters tachas, it means the letters going forward. So after an ayin is a pei, after yud is a chav, and after nun is a sabach. What do we get? Kesef. When I saw that 40 years ago, it started to implode into my mind to try to figure out if this existed everywhere. And fortunately, I was able to develop a derech in doing this. And it basically means that you have to have a very quick and clear concept of letters and the positioning of these letters and how they affect the word. For instance, the word, W-O-R-D, is an interesting concept of communications. Where does that word come from?
I don't know.
So I will try to explain where the concept of word comes from. In order to say a word, in order to come up with a word, you have to describe it, and your lips have to bring it to fruition. Because the word comes from daber, verada, devera. Just the juxtapositioning of the letters will show you what the Umas Ha'olam did through the years.
You're saying by reversing the letters of of davar.
Word, verada, word, devera, daber.
So it's almost it's the same letters as barad.
Right.
Barad is ver.
Also, very good. You see, that's excellent. I love that. That's what I want to do. I would love to explain this derech to so many different people and come in and try to develop a derech that will show us the intricacies of the Kaviyachal Rabbanu Shalom having given us the Torah, and all the letters in the Torah stand for tremendous ideas. Because whatever Hashem says permeates the world in all languages. For instance, to give you a simple case, not a simple case, but Salofchot.
But it's funny because Baron and all the Makos, pretty much all the Makos came because of a word.
Right.
I mean, some came with the staff and whatever, but they all came as the word.
Right. But it's what's the concept in all the Makos? This is Vayachazik Hashem Zlei Paro.
Right.
What is this word chazek? What did Hashem do? He made his heart hard. That's very difficult to understand. It was difficult for me to understand that. But if you look at the letters after Ches Zayin Kuf, Chazek, you get Tes, Ches, Resh. Torah. The Chatumim, the necromancers were first matriach and saying things against Hashem, and then they were chorat of what they had said before.
They were Torah with what?
First, they said that yes, this has the hand of Hashem, and then later on they turned around and they said,
We quit. We're done.
We quit. We're done. Especially by the Nachash.
They were Torah trying to fight it, and then they charata that now they accepted it.
Exactly. Because if you go back to the word chazak v'amatz, this is a prime example. Now, chazak v'amatz, and there's the derech there, that you have the letters in between, because those two words are hyphenated. One is part of the other, clearly. And if you take the word chazak, what are the letters after chazak? We just finished saying it, Torah. Work hard on it. And the letters before amatz, before an aleph is a tav, before mem is a lam, before tzadik is a pei.
Where's the amatz coming from?
Huh?
Where's the amatz coming from?
Chazak chaskei v'amtzeyu.
Okay, amatz.
Kaveh Hashem, chazak v'amatz.
So amatz is what? It's
amatz.
Yeah.
Is it three? Most Shorishes are three-letter words.
That's what amatz. You're going with the letters beforehand?
Yes, because I'm looking for the combination of both letters within, because these are letters that are always put together. Chazak v'chaskei v'amtzeyu. That is the ikr. But why is it the ikr? Because the letters after chazak is Torah, not chorat, right. Torah, and the letters before amatz, aleph, mem, tzadik. Before an aleph is a tov, before mem is a lamed, before tzadik is a pei. What do we get? Tefillah. Torah b'tefillah, not chorat b'tefillah. That's how Yeshua got the bracha.
Torah b'tefillah.
And not chorat b'tefillah. Chazak be'amatz. Ve'chazak Hashem zlei paro.
Okay, couple questions here so far. Regarding chazak ve'amatz, but by chazak, you took the letters following it. The yes. Became a tes, then came a ches.
You can go both ways.
Okay, but here you did ches becomes a tes, then becomes a ches, ches becomes a resh. By amatz, you took the letters that were before it.
Right. Why? Because those two words are married to each other. And they're always used. The Torah says, Chaskeu v'amtzeyu, chazak v'amatz. We say it in davening every day.
So you're going between the two bookends.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. And then by ayin tachas ayin, right?
The letters after ayin. Tachas means after.
Okay, it's after. Okay.
And so I've added to it. And I say, not only is it after, but it's before also, because that's the Torah. Now you can, basically what I call it here is the brother letter, sister letter. But you can have a brother letter that you can look at the grandfather's letter going back. Or back
What do you
in
mean by brother letter, sister letter? What does that mean?
the letter before I consider a brother letter, right?
Why?
That's my concept there. Because the brother is mechayev to learn Torah, but the mother is responsible for why you learn Torah. But the actual Torah learning is through the male of the relationship.
And the one afterward is the sister letter?
Sister or the female relationship.
Why?
Because
Because it received.
Right. She receives and he continues his thought pattern.
Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. Next question. By ayin tachas ayin became, the word ayin became pei samach, pei chaf samach, which then got rearranged into kesef.
Right.
So, and then by chazak, it became tuf ches reish, which got rearranged into tavach. Sorry, tes ches reish, which then became tavach. So,
not chorat.
Correct. Well, what's the significance of the fact that the letters are being rearranged in different orders?
That's the third concept here. Because if you take letters and you get a certain thought pattern behind it, you can have certain letters that have one way and certain letters that mean something else if it's arranged a different way. If you use the center letters, so the derech is not necessarily back and front. You can also, the letters are autonomous concepts within a word.
Right. So the pei chaf saf, the pei chaf samach kesef.
Chaf samach pei.
Right, but ayin is a pei, yud is a chaf, and then is a sam. So it's a pei chaf samach. So then got rearranged into kesef.
Exactly.
Right. And what else could that be arranged into?
That's what I want to establish, because this concept is so great and the ideas are so full of Torah that it's an inyan of chaskeu b'yamtzeu, because if you're looking for different ideas, wow. For instance, I'll give you another concept here. Beno Salachot were unfortunately chastised. Why? Because their father was Mechala Shabbos. And by being Mechala Shabbos, they couldn't get their Nachla and they couldn't get married because nobody wanted to get near them because of the bad situation that the father put him into. But whatever he did for Klal Yisrael. He was Ma'abed Atzmai Ladas, which means that he was Ovad. He was abandoned. Ovad, Aban. The word abandon.
Wow.
Right? And what happened afterwards? They tied it to Moshe Rabbeinu. Why? Our father, what the previous Shabbos, the Torah wasn't given, so it was okay to be a kosher etzim and
Mechal Shabbos.
Mechala Shabbos, but kosher etzim, and to bring mayim to the masses.
Wasn't Shabbos given back in Mitzrayim?
But the Torah doesn't discuss Shabbos until after Mitzrayim. You're right.
When Moshe asked for a day off,
right?
Then they got punished with extra years because of all the Shabbosim that they took off.
Why? Because if you look carefully here in this situation, if you take the concept of Ivdus Hashem b'simcha, Tachas Asher loy ovad Hashem b'simcha v'tov leiv, that you Tachas Asher, the letters after Asher are, after an aleph is a beis, after shin is a resh, and after tov, excuse me,
shin,
and a shin. What do you get? Shabbos. You get Shabbos. Because they didn't keep Shabbos. Because if you don't keep Shabbos b'simcha, what's the Shabbos? Shabbos changes the derech of a whole week and brings you into simcha. And the word tachas elokei v'simcha v'toiv leiv. The word leiv
Leivav.
comes from love. They took love and it came from leiv.
Simcha, there were two Leivav. I think it's double base.
Right. Simcha is a very important concept in Klal Yisrael.
But what's interesting is because according to halacha, the reason why we don't do Gres Kohanim on Shabbos by itself is because there's no Simcha on Shabbos. Yom Tov we have Simcha. Shabbos we have all our headaches in the whole week and we're worried and whatever. We don't do Gres Kohanim on Shabbos because Shabbos is not there. It's not a dinner.
But in Eretz Yisrael, they do it every day.
And Eretz Yisrael, not in the Chutz La'aretz.
Why? These are B'chutz La'aretz. We're looking for the Geula. No, we don't have the Geula.
We don't have the Simcha.
Right.
Simcha's Yom Tov is when we do Gres Kohanim.
But what brings the Geula? If you write down the Torah and the Zuzas in Torah, because what are the letters after Kosav? Kof, Sof, Tap, no, Sof,
Chaf,
Base,
Chaf, Saf.
Kosav.
This is Lamed, Aleph, Gimel.
Go'al. It brings the Geula if you write down the Torah properly.
That's what we're doing here.
Exactly.
See that smile on your face?
Yeah, we're trying to establish a derech to show the world that this is the derech. Torah is the only derech that we have because the word derech gives us the word for road. Derech backwards is road, to go down.
Derech is Dalet Reish Chaf.
Right.
Where's the Chaf?
You don't have to have the chaf. Because English tears it up. Road.
It was Raid.
Raid, to go down. Right?
It's interesting because Dalet Reish just is Derech is door.
Right.
Generation to generation. Raid.
It's going down or going up. If there's Kedusha, it's going up. But if not, it goes down. First, the Kedusha. Where does the word Kadosh infiltrate Klal Yisrael? The letters after Kuf Dalet Shin are what?
Reish.
Hey. Tov. Rearrange Reish Hey Tov, you get Torah. In order to be Yerush Torah, you have to have Kedusha first. If you have no Kedusha first, you can't get no Torah.
So you need Torah to get Kedusha.
Yeah, but if you're a Noisvarf, how you can't be Yerush Torah because first of all, you don't appreciate the Torah. You don't believe in the Aseret Dibros. You don't believe in the Kedusha Shabbos and Yom Tov. The Mechala Shabbos. That's what poor Salacha was accused of. So what does Hashem do? Moshe Rabbeinu goes to Hashem and he says, Cain Doris Salacha. Yes, what they're arguing for and their questioning is 100% true. Why should we be punished? Our father did it to save Klal Yisrael. Because the previous Shabbos, you could be a Chodev Yitzchak, a Shoy Bebecha. This Shabbos, after the Torah was given, it wouldn't work. So, what does Hashem answer back? Cain, Dobres, Beno, Salacha. Yes, what they're saying is proper. Because if you look at Cain, permeates all languages. That's where the languages come from. It's very easy to say no, but yes is very difficult. What are the letters before a nun? After a nun, excuse me.
Samach.
And before and after a nun? No.
Cain.
No, Cain is Chof.
Nun.
So but the letters before a Chof is Yud. And after a nun?
Mem.
Huh?
Yod.
No. Samach.
Before Nun?
After a nun.
Okay, again, the letters after Chaf.
The letters before Chav is a
Before
Yud.
Chaf and then after Nun?
Yeah.
Before Chaf is Yud and after Nun is Samach.
Samach. Yes. C.
Yeah, but that's one before, one after. What does that make any sense?
Any combination of the two words that'll come up, that'll tell you what the drash is and the pirush on this is kedusha. That's the Torah.
You can go before, you can go after, one and one.
Everything is nister. It's hidden in the Torah. History is nister.
I've heard that one before. History is his story.
No, but here it is.
I know,
Hester.
I know, but history is his story.
Yeah,
Because Hashem is hidden in history.
exactly. So what you get, Cain, is yes. Or in Spanish, Latin, C. That permeates all languages. Spanish. Why is the word called Spanish? Where's the word Spanish come from? The word Spanish comes from Safa Anush, a language that will always be punished before what they did. Anush, Anash.
With an iron?
Yeah. Anush is be punished.
Why?
What they did to the world and what they did to Klal Yisrael through the Spanish Inquisitions. They will never get a kapara for that.
Where does the word Safa Anush come from? Who made that one?
It's Hebrew, me. Jews made it up. Yidden made it up. All these concepts and all these names come from Yidden.
That's cool.
That's cool. Yes, it's kal, light.
This year, smile now. This year, smile now.
Baruch Hashem.
Come on.
Baruch Hashem.
This is what I'm talking about. It's bringing out the chiyas in you.
Thank you.
Um,
What is Chia? What's Chia? It's Ches Yud 18.
What I find interesting is Cain.
Permeates all languages.
Cain is gematria 70.
Yeah.
70 is an important number. Almost 70 years between Galus Rishon, between Galus Bavel, or right, Shiva Shana. It's wow.
Because the concept of Geula is on the money. Where does the word money come from? If you have money, only from being poor. Because the concept of the dollar bill and the money of the United States was developed by Fruma Yidden.
That sounds cool. What is it?
Do you have a dollar bill on you?
I don't.
Huh?
No.
Man, those guys that change for 5. Oh yeah, here. Leave 4 in there and bring leave 4. No. Bring.
Take 4 out.
Yeah, take 4 out.
Still going? That's good.
Okay, we have $4 bills here. If this is the only thing that you have in life and you only consider the dollar, it's dollar or poor light. But if it's money, it's me'oni from keeping you poor. Because the word mensch, me'onesh, from being punished.
Dollar or? Wow.
But if you look carefully on the dollar bill, it shows you the geula.
Money is me'onesh?
Me'oni, from being poor. The word money comes from also, it's a Hebrew word. Englishized. Because it's anglicized, aim gullus. It'll bring you out of gullus.
English is English.
Yes. Why? Because if you look on the dollar bill carefully, this whole dollar bill was created from a Yid, not just Yid, from a Yid. That's
When?
500 years ago.
The dollar was 500 years ago?
No, but the concepts behind it. Why? Because if you look carefully over here, we have a Mogen David on the concept of Kanfei Nisharm, and Kanfei Nisharm is the Geula.
With the Magen David. By the top of the eagle?
The top of the eagle, and it's how many stars did it? Yeah, it's
I see it. There's 4, 8, 11, 13 stars.
13 stars, which is Echot, Hashem's name.
Wow.
And this whole dogma is a Kanfei Nisharm. The Golus will end from here. And the reason for it is the only money in the world that has the word God on it. In God we trust. Nobody else has, no other money that has that word on it.
Was it in the 20? Within the 100?
Sure.
It's just in the.
Here's 100. In God we trust.
Oh, in the back.
Yeah, on top.
The back.
In God.
Not in the front. In the dollar bill, it's in the front too, isn't it? No.
No, it's only in the back.
Why is it only the back?
So the Umas Ha'olam wouldn't fight Klal Yisrael. Because most people don't believe in God.
But it's funny because in the quarter,
It's also in God we trust.
In the front of the back.
I don't know what's considered front, what's considered back. But if you look carefully, we have over here the Kanfei Nishar on the wings of eagles, where we go back out of Golas to Hashem Yisborach, to the Geulas and the reestablishment of the Beis Hamikdash, the reestablishment of the Yerushalayim B'derech Hashem.
So on the coins, on the coinage, the God we trust is on the head side. The dollar.
I guess because that's in your head.
The bills.
Because everything is Hakol, Sheh Hakol. Everything is on Sheh Hakol. But if you look at the word Sheh Hakol, it's the word for seichel. Our mind should think twice before we concept something.
Wow.
But it doesn't end there. The concept of Sheh Hakol is everything. Kol. Okay, Hashem berachas Avraham Bakoil. The Bakoil is twice Lamed Chav. So why do you bench Goimel? Because you went and returned. It was twice Lech. Yes.
And that connects to the dollar how? Bakol.
Yeah. The dollar will buy you everything. The dollar is considered a form of monetary exchange accepted by everyone. Would you like to have the Chinese yuan or the Cruzeiro or any other monies in the world except this? No. I think this is a competitive form of monetary appreciation.
I mean, if you go to certain countries, you have to exchange it. You can't just walk into a place in like Italy with dollars. They're not going to take it.
There used to be a time when the dollar was worth a tremendous amount of money, and it would go above the value. Everybody wanted dollars, especially during periods of scarcity. Dollar would buy everything. Why? Because it has the word "in God we trust," and it's all within the confidence and the strength of the country issuing that money. America always had that ability because it said, "In God we trust." Why? Where does the word God come from? Gimel, Hey, Tes, Got. What do we get? And Gematria?
15. No, 17.
13. No.
No, 12,
Give an
17.
Aleph test. Got.
13.
Echad, again 13. As we have the 13 stars in the Mogan David, and if we turn this around, it's all cryptic, okay? We will have the menorah, the numbers of the menorah columns, 3, 3, and 1. And if you go above it, is the menorah of Hanukkah, 4, 4, and 1.
It's not straight.
It doesn't have to be straight.
Okay.
It's just a significance factor of the money. Now, if you go B'derech Hashem, if you do it right, you're a mensch, great. But if not, there's 13 spears on the left side.
13 there?
13 spears heads.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. And that's significant to put the echad stuff.
Right. And then on the other side, you got to look carefully. I think there are 13 leaves, and I think there are 13 olives. An olive is riches.
I don't think I've ever noticed there were olives on here before.
But they're hidden behind it too. But there are definitely 13 leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 leaves. But everything is multiples of 13 because Echad is Hashem. The number for Echad is Hashem. Because Hashem, that's why it's also here the one. Hashem is one, the only in the world. It's one Hashem, one God, one purpose. Hashem runs everything.
When you have 13 on the right, 13 on the left, you have 26. You have
Exactly, but it doesn't stop there, because the word "in God we trust." Elef Havdolas. If you take the G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7. G is 7. O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. 15. 3 times 5. I'm sorry that it's so.
7 and 15 is 26.
No, no. 22.
22, right.
And D is 4. 22 and 4.
26.
Yud K Vav K.
But there's also 26 letters in the alphabet.
Yes. Oh, that's very good. I never thought of that. That's excellent.
It's funny because Lashon HaKodesh is 22 plus Mansipach, which is 27.
Right.
But English is 26.
Right. But if you look a little farther, that the letters of the Torah has actually more, because the Shin is an Ayin and the Zayin. Ayin is the mother, right, and the Zayin is the father, the base kibble and the Messiah.
Right.
All right.
But if you want to go like that, a lamed, according to Safras, a lamed is a chaf and a vav.
Yes.
And the base is a dalid and a vav.
And a tes is a chaf and a vav. No, a mem. Excuse me. No. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
A mem
is a chaf and a vav.
Right. And an aleph is 2 yuds and a vav.
Right. This word is not mine. Zocher b'shomer b'dibur echad. But I originally saw it in the schiras. At the end of davening, we say sheis schiras. But if you look carefully, it's only 5.
Because you're shomer.
Because it's Zocher and Shomer. Because in Shomer, I think it's the second one that says Shomer. It doesn't say the word Zocher. So I want to tie it that as soon as it says the word Shomer, it is Zocher. Because not only is it Zocher, but if you take the
Are you? I see what you're saying. When you take the
The mem.
take the zayin out of the shin, you take the mem and divide it into a chaf and a vav. Ooh.
Chaf and the zayin. No.
Take the mem. The mem now splits in two is
Yeah.
chaf and a vav. You the zayin from the shin.
You take the chaf of the mem.
Right. I'm saying the mem becomes a chaf and a vav. Zachor.
Right. So you take
Zayin from the shin, the chaf and the vav and the reish.
Right. So you have
Zachor.
zachor.
What do you do with the ayin?
Where?
When the shin is a zayin and an ayin, we do the ayin.
Leave it alone. Another example of this is shalom. My tana is that there's shalom, there's mazel. Because there's, in shalom, the shin is an ayin and a zayin. The shin is an ayin and a zayin. And the lamed mem, in my situation here, the kindle, the children of. So if you take the mother, the ayin, and the lamed mem, the children, is olam, the world of. And if you take the zayin of the shin, it's zayin lamed mem, or backwards is mazal. Olam mazal is tola b'shalom. And at the same time, Klal Yisrael did not go b'derech hayosher. We went through Yemei HaMitzorim. Mitzor is sar, pain, because we did not go b'derech Hashem. What's a minion, Yitzi? It's a committee of people. The word committee comes from come iti, come with me, to pray to Hashem for a minion.
Kum iti.
Yeah, come iti, come with me. People get together because they want to get together. As a chabur of Yidden that want to daven to Hashem.
Who said kum iti? Who said that? What's the source of that? Kum iti.
Kum iti, it was in a questionable situation.
Was that Lot?
Huh?
Was that Lot? No.
See, no, Lot was the biggest fraud in the world. Why? It says Vayipored Lot, and Lot ran away from the kedusha of Avram Avinu and the riches of Avram Avinu. Where did he go? To Sodom. So Vayipored gives us the word for fraud. And what does a fair do? A horse. It runs and it will abandon its owner.
Vayipored is also Florida.
People running to Florida, chas v'shalom, please, yes, that's a good word.
Right?
Yeah, but what's a fared?
Do you want to keep all the money in the bank?
What's a fared? A horse.
Is that a Susa horse?
Sus v'roch v'royom v'yom. Hashem buried the sus because he was a fraud, and so was Lot. His association was kind of strange, especially with his daughters.
Where does the kum at come from? Who
Come
said
with
that?
me.
Who said that? Though?
I don't know.
I'll look that up.
You have to look it up.
I'll look it up. I'll look that up.
So it come with me. But let's get back to the dollar bill just for a second.
Right.
So in God we trust is 26. God comes out. The Havdil Elef the dollars, the gematria of God is 26. That was established by a from Yid.
Why is it a half deal? Is it English?
Lavdil. Okay, let's finish off one thing.
I was just trying to think. I was just trying to count up the letters of the United States of America. But America is 7, 9, and 12 is 9 and 12 is 21, 24. It's not 26.
But it's even what I've got to say now is something that is extremely important. The word USA, United States of America, if you look carefully, that the word Jerusalem, the spelling of the word Jerusalem was also made by a Frumi Yid. It could have been Jerusalem. Why Jew? First of all, is the Jew, as in judge, jury, adjudication, justice, all with the word Jew. And after a while, they didn't like the Jews, so couldn't make no money. We had to go into jewelry.
Wow.
Oh, so let's continue. So the word Jerusalem is interesting because if it's spelled Jerusalem, as long as Jerusalem is kept holy by this country, America, its association with the world and with God will retain its kedusha, its holiness. Why? Because the word Jerusalem is spelled. They want to establish a different diplomatic association in Jerusalem, and this would unfortunately take away from the holiness of Yerushalayim, because Jerusalem is spelled Jerusa, United States of America, as the three center letters. 9 letters, Jer, could have been Yer. Why Jer? First of all, Jer is the Jew, and the United States of America. Why is the USA in the center? This is another proof that this country was grounded by Frumi,
But it was called Jerusalem for a very long time, way before that.
but not spelled in English that way.
What was the first spelling of the word Jerusalem?
I don't know.
That's interesting. Let's look that up right now. 1 second.
Okay, look it up.
Got a dictionary for a reason.
Could have been G-E,
Yeah,
J-U.
this will tell us what the origin of the word is.
In Torah, it's spelled with a Y,
Right.
not with a J.
Well, it's not in. It's in Nach. It's not in. It's not in the Torah itself.
Right, right. But not is still Torah also.
Right. I looked it up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't think that the. I don't think it's from America though.
What? Jerusalem?
The actual English word.
No, the USA in the center. There are 9 letters.
Right.
Jerusalem.
What's the significance of the other 6 letters? Jer and Lem. USA is in the center. What's the Jer? What's the Lem?
Jew. J-E. Jew. It should have been written J-U-R, not J-E-R, but it's the Jew, Yehudi.
You have Jer, and then you have Lem.
Right, but it should. Yeah, but on both sides, it makes the completion of the word Jerusalem that the holiness of Jerusalem can be associated with America because they believe in justice for all and the democratic concept. That if it's not justice for all, the word justice is Jew.
I get that, but I still don't understand the three letters J-E-R and the three letters L-E-M.
Yerushalayim. Yeru
Correct.
Layim
Correct.
in the Hebrew.
Yeru and Layim. What does that mean?
Liyam. Jerusalem. It's a translation from the Hebrew.
I know, but I'm not clear on that.
So we have to look into it.
Right.
It's very important. There's a protocol in all languages and concepts. There's a certain protocol that for each time of the essence of life in politics and continuity of democracy, there has to be a certain amount of yashus, correctness. And that's where you get the yosher kale. But what is it? Yeah. Protim, a prat, and klolim. There's a constant, there's an overall view, and then a secondary single view of something. Because the word prat to cloud comes to the word protocol.
I like that. Okay.
All right.
I think we should stop here for the day.
Thank you so very much. It was a pleasure. How long?